Welcome back from the break. Now tonight is a jam-packed football night as well. We were just talking about in the first state, Delaware. Now we got to go here to Maryland and talk about some Bayside football, Brandon.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to start off with the Cambridge South Dorchester Vikings, who took on Parkside at home earlier tonight. This was a game we were very interested in. The Rams would try to make their way back as they closed the score gap to 21-18. Chris Morandi passes the ball off. He's going to go, and he's gone. Parkside takes the lead 25-21. Vikings not taking that in their house. Anthony Hughes gets the rock. There he goes all the way for the score. And they would go on to retake that lead 28-25. Not done yet with the ball once again. Here's Anthony Hughes zigzagging through that defense for Cambridge South Dorchester, going all the way.
Two-sport star. He's really good at basketball as well.
Yeah, I think Beto just took a hit right there at the end of that play. He was telling me he got hit on the sidelines earlier. Have you ever gotten hit on the sidelines?
No, I almost did. Dave and Chandler, where Decatur almost clipped me, and I stepped back at the right time. So that happened. That was almost 2 years ago.
I did get hit last year at Decatur, and I went straight back. And I think I got a concussion from hitting my head on the turf.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, that's not good.
Yeah, I got cleated at Seaford once, too.
Oh, yeah.
Aside from that, you got to be careful.
Yeah, you can't be too close to the sidelines. I've been able to step back a little bit. So I was like, oh, I almost did. I almost went clipped and face first into the ground. I'm like, no. So now I'm always like 5 feet away from the sideline, so I can always take a step back at a moment's notice because I can see them when they're coming straight at you like this.
Yeah, you got to keep a good peripheral vision. Final score, Cambridge goes on to win this one 34-25, so the Vikings defending their home versus the Rams. And Cambridge, I think that they're going to make some noise in that 1A.
They definitely are, especially being able to play up against 2A teams like Parkside, and they were dropping 30 points, so that offense is very, very explosive. Now, as we head out 20 minutes out, Easton taking on North Carolina. North Carolina looking for their first win this year. Easton looking like a whole team reborn. The Warriors, Michael O'Connor taking it into his own hands and giving the Warriors the first points on the board, running it up 7-0 in favor of Easton. And then again, O'Connor overthrows the pass to Chase Rabb, and it finds its way into the Bulldogs' hand. Bulldogs.
Yeah, there's Zymir Smith right there.
All the way back, making plays on both sides of the ball, but they can't capitalize.
Huge play here.
They fumble the ball on the goal line. It's O'Connor out of making the play right there, and then he's out of the pocket looking to find Deontay Cooper as he dives in for the touchdown. So Easton goes up 2 scores, 14-0, and they're not done just yet. Back with the ball, they pass it off to Jordan Horsey, and he runs it in for the score. Easton would go up 21-0. North Carolina, Brandon, they did make this a game. The final score, 28-21. But Easton, they had a down year last year. They're looking pretty good so far this year. North Carolina had a pretty good year last year, and they're not looking so hot. Zymir Smith is looking good, but the rest of the team, they still need to improve.
Yeah, I want to shout out that strip sack. That was the play of the game right there. Bennett hosting Decatur now. Fans wearing orange in support of Tyler Walsh. We've been hearing good news today. I hear Tyler is using his fingers in the hospital room now. He's been through multiple surgeries. We're all pulling for you to come through, Tyler. How about these highlights now? There's Brian Chester on the receiving end of that touchdown. Quarterback Johnny Hobgood coming out after a quarter. Blake Kakamo handing off now. Vernon DeShields III, and he is in. Decatur continues to dominate their Bayside opponents. And how about Kakamo dropping back here? Delivers a dime. Zachary Baker in stride. Decatur led 42-0 at halftime. And they win 45-0 down there.
Wow, they were looking just as explosive.
They're looking fantastic
as they've been the past couple seasons. So Kakamo had to step in some pretty big shoes, obviously filling the shoes that Bryson Coleman left. But he's looked pretty good so far. He's looked like he's been up for the job. And Bennett, they had a tough test today, and obviously Decatur is still looking like a state contender. Now we got to go to Snow Hill, taking on Arcadia. And wow, is Snow Hill on their game this year? Senior quarterback Justin Shipley with the quarterback keeper, and the Eagles get the touchdown, so they led 8-0 in the blink of an eye. And you want to talk about a blink of an eye on the ensuing kickoff. Fumble recovered by the Eagles, and they get it, and they take it all the way to the house. So, yeah, one mistake leads to another score. And then within about 20 seconds, Snow Hill scoring 14 points. Shipley showing off the arm, tossing it up for Nazir Blake. Finally, a top play nominee right there. Handoff to Blake, running in stride, and he goes all the way. He is gone. Eagles go on to win it 46-7. 6.
We talked about all the firepower Snow Hill lost from last year, but Nazir Blake is fantastic, and Shipley, the quarterback, he can do it all. He can do it all with his leg and with the arm as well. So Snow Hill looks fantastic this year down in 1A. Y-High and Queen Anne's last night. This was a scoreless game at the break. Queen Anne's defense stepping it up a notch in the third quarter. We had some tip drills last night. Alan McDonald grabbing it in the air for the interception. That sets the Lions up for their first touchdown of the game. Carter Hercher airing it out. There he is, the sophomore Flash Thompson. They don't call him Flash for nothing. There's a touchdown for them. They convert the extra point, 7-0 there. Y-High not getting anything going against this Lion defense. Conlon Nagel, watch him get off the tackle there and brings the quarterback down by the shoelace. That set them up for great field position, and hey, it was Nagel who was kicking out there and converting the field goal in the next possession to put Queen Anne's up by 10.
And how about this, Brandon? Another tip drill right here. This time it's Brooks Blodgett laying out to make the interception.
Top play nominee.
Everything breaking the way of the Lions yesterday. And after halftime, this was the icing on the cake right here. Jonathan Brady hit it from behind Nagel, and the ball is out, picked off by John Connolly, and he goes all the way. Lions add another late score. They win it 24-0 on the road. Big statement win for the Lions yesterday. So, yeah, the home teams in Salisbury at the County Stadium and just in general not getting a win this week. Bennett, Y-High, and Parkside all taking L's to the Bayside opponents.
Yeah, let's check out some other final scores. This one was surprising. Kent Island, 38-33 over Colonel.
Well, Colonel was actually leading in this game late in the game as well. So this one was a back-and-forth affair. I didn't know the Colonels had it in them, but head coach James Jackson is very, very really good disciplinarian with his team, and they obviously showed a lot of grit in this game, and they just didn't have enough to beat Kent Island, but that's a really good performance from them either way.
Kent County with a forfeit against Seed School, and then Theodore Roosevelt blanking Washington 55-0 out there tonight.
Yeah, that was a lot of action today. Again, that Colonel Richardson game with Colonel Kent
Very
Island.
surprising to see that. I didn't expect Colonel Richardson to be able to keep it close like that with Kent Island. We got to keep a watch out for the Colonels as well.
So, I mean, the 1A is looking really good right now. Obviously, Cambridge, Colonel, and Snow Hill. Now, keep it right here. Chief Meteorologist Rich Wurzik is back with your forecast.
And police are investigating a shooting in Dover. I'll be back with your news coming up next on DSI.
Hi, my name is Will Coolidge. I'm the head coach of Stephen Decatur girls soccer program here in Berlin, Maryland, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.